But there was no child, not in the closet, not under the bed, nowhere in the house. The officers regrouped, piecing together the events. The house had stood vacant since its last residents moved away nearly a decade ago, after a tragedy neighbors rarely spoke of, a case involving a missing child that was never solved. Some recalled that before the family left, police had been called to the address several times, responding to reports of domestic disputes. But nothing had ever come of the investigations. The house had been empty ever since. The officers filed a report, noting the oddity of the recurring 911 calls. The audio, reviewed later at the station, was chilling. The child's voice, replayed, seemed to mimic the panic of real emergencies, begging for help in tones eerily similar to those heard in the body camera footage from the Uvalde school shooting, where children's whispered pleas underscored the devastating consequences of delayed response. Here, though, the voice was trapped in a house that should have been silent. As days passed, more calls came. Each time, officers arrived to find the house unchanged, the voice on the call identical, always a child, always terrified, always saying, "He's coming, please help me." Technical teams swept the property for hidden devices or pranksters' equipment, but found nothing. The phone lines had been disconnected for years. Cellular data confirmed. The calls originated from inside the house, in areas with no working electronics. The phenomenon perplexed officials and residents alike. News of the house that called 911 made its way through the community, sparking fear, curiosity, and speculation. Some wondered if the calls were echoes of an unsolved past, the lingering trauma of a child's disappearance that had never been brought to light. Others suggested it was an elaborate hoax, though no evidence supported that theory. Amid the swirl of rumors, the calls continued. Each time, the urgency in the child's voice intensified, as though reliving a moment of terror over and over. Officers reviewed body camera footage, parsing every sound, every shadow for explanations. The recordings captured not only the calls, but the officers' own uneasy reactions. Their hushed voices, their careful steps, their growing sense of dread. It was a reminder of the real-world emergencies they faced,